There was a girl that talked about Arcadia, and I just got off the phone the other day with a girl that went to school here. And there's just something about this place that draws you in. It's a feeling of peace, and when you come into onto the campus, you kind of immediately feel it. We have so many people that are just drawn back to it.
My parents bought the former Ursuline Academy in 1999. And the way we ended up here is my mom used to be a school bus driver. Her boss ended up sending her to Macon, Georgia, where they make school buses for the school district. On our way back, we were looking at old buildings and old homes because she always dreamt of old buildings and felt like she was supposed to be somewhere else. And we ended up finding this place.
The buildings needed so much repair. There was only one bathroom out of 47 or so bathrooms that even worked. There was no plumbing. There was no anything. The roofs were in disrepair. The inside was in disrepair. Everything from the outside, the 16 acres of land needed to be tamed from tall weeds and everything that was there. So they proceeded to just do it on faith. It was closed down for a few years while we went through some changes in our family. And people would still drive by every year for the 2 or 3 years it was closed and wonder what was going to happen.
We do tours of the historic campus. We have weddings in the church. We do wedding receptions, catering. We have a restaurant and a bed and breakfast and an ice cream shop.
From the girls that went to school here to the people that have since come in and been a part of it, when they come on, they immediately feel the peace.
We decided to start with the windows because people would often, I would hear them say, wow, this is much nicer inside than it is outside. I kind of thought it was abandoned, but I just decided to drive through.
Right now we're at a point where the windows all need to be reconditioned, repainted, and the gutters need to be redone to save not just the roof system, but the tuck pointing, which saves thousands of dollars.
What we're trying to do is we developed a campaign called Adopt a Window. These buildings are at a critical point in time.
So it's just really critical that we get this exterior work done in order to protect and preserve what's out there, and then we can start working on the inside.
The wood on the windows are starting to rot and deteriorate.
We want to bring people here so they can feel the peace, but we also want them to enjoy all that it has to offer, from the great woodwork and everything that goes on inside of it, to the beautiful spirituality of the church, to the fun and vibrant gym and theater.
We're just trying to give every window a nice coat of paint to help restore and protect the wood so that the project doesn't turn into more costly.
If it didn't, the buildings would absolutely deteriorate at a much more rapid rate, to the point to where there wouldn't be much value left in the buildings. We've been the route of the federal government, and we've been the route of different things, and so that's never panned out for us because we have private ownership. So we felt like it was our duty to come in and try and work to get the buildings put back together, and we've done a phenomenal job to the point where we're at. But little by little, room by room, we can make the whole space look like this bride's room, which we use on a regular basis for the bride. When you look at the edifice, the 7 buildings, the 8 buildings that make up the complex, the 16 acres of land that are left, but at one time was 200 and some acres, it was a phenomenal thing at the time, and it stands as a testament today of the faith of the Catholic sisters that came down here with one building and built this incredible facility. It's just amazing the details that went into this building and how beautiful it's going to be as we continue to restore it. One of my favorite quotes is, "We don't believe in miracles, we depend on them." And it's just through kind of sheer grit and determination that we get by day to day. We make progress steadily week after week, and then you'll see one space that gets cleaned up, and then you wake up the next morning and you got more to do. So we want to breathe life into it. We want to make it something that's a destination vacation spot where people can come and still feel that same rest and peace in our world today. That's a really kind of a pearl of great price, to come into a spot like this and be able to have peace and enjoy just the beauty of and serenity of it, and stand in awe of all that had gone before us.